Hello, this is News Now, reaching you live from iBrand News Studio in Lagos, Nigeria. Coming up, President Muhammadu Buhari signs the 2022 appropriation bill into law. Petrol tanker crashes 5 vehicles at the Otedola Bridge in Lagos, Nigeria. Nigerian Stock Exchange All-Share Index closes the year 2021 with a 6.07% gain. And Russia's Vladimir Putin warns Joe Biden that imposing new sanctions over Ukraine could lead to a complete breakdown in relations. Glad to have you join us. I am Mary Chinda. President Muhammadu Buhari has signed the 2022 appropriation bill of 17.126 trillion into law. The budget was presented to the president by his senior special assistant Senate and National Assembly, Senator Babajide Omoworare, on Friday at the council chamber of the presidential villa in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. This comes a week after lawmakers in the House of Representatives and the Senate chambers of the National Assembly passed a budget of 17.126 trillion, increasing the benchmark price of crude from $57 to $62 per barrel. The lawmakers had approved a total expenditure of 17.1 trillion naira against the 16.3 trillion naira proposed by the president in October. Over 700 billion naira was added to the proposed appropriation. And on a sad note now, one life was said to have been lost when the petrol tanker crushed 5 vehicles on the Otedola Bridge in Lagos State on Thursday. iBrand's Paul Ikwora reports that there was also another accident on the extreme of the bridge. His report.
According to victims of the incident, the crash occurred at 10:40 p.m. on Thursday while the vehicles were trying to connect the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. They said one life was lost while those injured were taken to emergency centers. Victims of 2 of the cars involved in the incident said the driver of the tanker fled the scene of the incident before emergency responders commenced rescue operations.
Brake coming behind us and ran over us. And before we knew what happened, it resulted to a serious accident that lost life. And some of us, we are fortunate by the grace of God to escape out of the, out of our vehicle.
I was moving slowly on the traffic, and suddenly I heard collision from the back, which was a tanker driver with full of fuel everywhere. And I just here with my family. I'm with all my family inside the car. So I thank God that spared my life and the rest of my people. And there's been other vehicle against that has crashed, about 5 of them. We can see someone that lasts about 5 to 4 hours under his car, under the trailer, and the fuel was falling down.
At the other side of the bridge, another tanker fully loaded with diesel rammed into several other vehicles crossed beyond repair. At the time of this report, the petroleum tanker and all vehicles involved in this incident that led to the loss of one life remains at the scene of the incident with petroleum product gushing out from the petroleum tanker. From Otedola Bridge in Lagos State, I am iBrandTV reporting.
And away from that sad incident in Lagos to Abuja, where the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, has conveyed the approval of the federal government to further extend the deadline of the National Identification Number NIN Subscriber Identity Module SIM data verification to the 21st of March 2022. The stakeholders have applauded the federal government on the significant growth in the number of NIN enrollment and the increased drive to enlighten Nigerians and legal residents across the country. As of the 30th of December 2021, the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, has issued over 71 million NINs with over 14,000 enrollment centers set up across the country. Now, in a bid to expedite action in the fight against malaria, especially in pregnant women, Hazy Health Initiative has presented multi-million naira worth of medical kits and tools in Oyo State to the Oyo State government, I beg your pardon, through the Primary Health Care Board. The gesture, which is presented under the project name Impact Health Project, according to Haise, aims to reduce the maternal mortality by improving the quality of real health service provision, improving health data collation and management systems towards providing accurate evidence to inform policy formation and improving quality of service.
Seeing cases of overdiagnosis of malaria, something we call presumptive diagnosis of malaria, which is not right. And to work against that, you must have something to test to be sure that the client coming to you is actually having malaria or not. Now, with the donation of this RDT, you can be rest assured that the cases of presumptive treatment will come very low, drastically. And people can actually test now and be sure that when they are giving drugs to the patient, is actually meant for the infection the patient is having.
Very particular about increasing the livelihood of children and mothers, girls, women, and this is no exception. So anything at all that helps to improve the maternal health outcomes is what we always venture into. So this is just like an opportunity to do that, as we always do.
And still in Oyo State, the state government has resolved to continue enforcement of environmental sanitation led by the Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources alongside the Environmental Task Force and the Amotekun Corps. The Deputy Commandant Amotekun Corps, Kazim Babalola, enlightened the market women at the Ojo market while soliciting cooperation of every trader in all major markets in Oyo State.
What we are doing here is to help our people about their health. We are helping the environment, the Ministry of Environment, to curb all dumping of refuse here. And we arrange with the commissioner, and we are insulted by the excellency.
That is the smell. After I will stay here and the tea they smell, they disturb for people when they make everybody when they do that, make keep it. Where motor where they carry those vehicles, when they carry the thing go put for the motor, when they don't put down for main road again.
When you put something there, as dustbin, you have to have one person that will be monitored there. Or else, it's the same thing. You can find a person between us there, but Omani òfin ìjọba nínú.
And away from Oyo State now, public and private primary and secondary schools in Lagos are to resume for the second term in the 2021-2022 academic session on Tuesday, January 4, 2022. The statement by the Director General, Office of Education Quality Assurance, Mrs. Abiola Sariki Ayani, on Friday said all learners are expected back in school as academic activities will start on the same day. We go on now with a commercial break, and when we return for more news details, stay with us.
Powerful looks command respect, they say. The perfect body, the perfect grooming, and ultimately the perfect skin. Looks, style, and grooming makes the ultimate man. I've found a ridiculously easy way to make my skin always feel epic. is Neo. I found Blemiviv, and now my skin finally makes sense.
The Nigerian Stock Exchange All-Share Index closed the year 2021 with a 6.07% gain. The All-Share Index opened the year 2021 on a 40.270.7 and closed with 42,716.4 points at the close of trading on December 31st, 2021, representing a 6.07% gain year to date. The Lagos State House of Assembly has passed the 2022 budget estimate of 1.756 trillion, with capital expenditure taking the lion's share. The approved budget by the state legislature represents about 26.7% increase when compared to an initial 1.388 trillion budget estimate presented by the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. The budget, which was passed at a sitting presided over by the Speaker Muda Obasa, follows a presentation of the budget report by Bolahon Yeshau, Chairman House Committee. The Central Bank of Nigeria has reported Nigeria's external reserves printed at 40.57 billion as at December 23rd, 2021, 2 days to Christmas. However, a closer look at the data suggests Nigeria is one of the worst runs since 2019. But by all indications, the external reserve is likely to close at the borderline of $40 billion, a stark improvement from the 34.9 billion closed as of 2020. A major reason for the growth recorded in the external reserves can be attributed to the falling oil prices, increased oil sales, higher external loans, are a margin increase in foreign inflows. Experts say despite this modest achievement, the exchange rate between the naira and the dollar fared worse in the 2021 year, especially in the black market, and is likely to close around 570 naira per dollar by our estimates. A total of 249.3 billion for October 2021 domestic crude oil sales by 6 multinational oil companies operating in the upstream sector will be paid in January 2022. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has said. The NNPC made this known in its latest report on the Nigerian crude oil export and domestic crude oil sales in the month of October 2021. The report was obtained in Abuja on Thursday. This came as the oil firm revealed that it would also deduct 270.83 billion naira from what would be shared by the 3 tiers of government during the Federation Accounts Allocation Committee meeting in January next year. It said that 270.83 billion was its November 2021 value share shortfall. The NNPC posts values shortfalls as a result of what it spends on the monthly subsidy of premium motor spirit, popularly called petrol. More business news on the African scene. Ethiopia wants a pass-in supplementary budget worth 2.5 billion naira to help finance programs to rebuild areas destroyed by war and provide humanitarian aid, the finance ministry there has said on Thursday. The budget is much larger than previously reported in a heavily indebted country. The government-affiliated media outlet FENA said on Monday that the government was seeking $102 million supplementary budget to be used for rehabilitation of people affected by war and conflict. The Tigray People's Liberation Front, TPLF, TPLF and the federal government and its allies have been at war for more than a year. The ongoing conflict has killed thousands of displaced millions of persons. And South Africa's rand was largely unchanged in this trading earlier on Friday as the currency struggled to make meaningful gains against a stronger dollar while stocks weakened. By 7:31 GMT, the rand traded at 15.9100 against the dollar and a 0.06% weakness than it previously closed. The rand ignored an easing of local COVID-19 restriction as most traders were on holiday for New Year's Eve. South Africa's lifted a midnight up to 4 a.m. curfew on people's movement with immediate effect on Thursday, believing that the country had passed its peak of the fourth COVID-19 wave driven by the Omicron variant. Away from African news now to some foreign news. We begin now with this story where stock futures were mildly lower earlier Friday morning ahead of the final trading day of 2021. Futures tied to the Dow Jones Industrial Average dipped at 0.07%, while S&P 500 futured edged 0.11% lower, and Nasdaq 100 futures fell at 0.0%. There were little in news or economic data driving market on Thursday, the second to last trading session of the year, and investors may be looking past the moves of the day as all of the major averages are still on track to finish both the week and the month higher. There are no economic data expected on Friday. Russia's Vladimir Putin has warned his U.S. counterpart Joe Biden that imposing new sanctions over Ukraine may lead to a complete breakdown in relations. In a phone call late on Thursday, the Russian president said such sanctions would be a colossal mistake. Biden, meanwhile, has told Putin that the U.S. and its allies would respond decisively to any invasion of Ukraine. The call, requested by Russia, was the pair's second such conversation this month and lasted for almost an hour. It marked the latest effort to defuse tensions over Ukrainian eastern border with Russia, where Ukrainian officials say more than 100,000 Russian troops have been sent. The build-up has prompted concern in the West, with the U.S. threatening Putin with sanctions like none he's ever seen if Ukraine comes under attack. Russia, however, denies it is planning to invade the country and says the troops are there for exercises. He says it is entitled to move its protest freely on its troops. Now, Tesla is to recall more than 475,000 cars in the U.S., according to documents filed with the U.S. safety regulator. The electric vehicle firm announced it was recalling 356. Now, Tesla is to recall more than 471,000 cars in the U.S., according to documents filed by the U.S. safety regulator. The electric vehicle firm announced it was recalling 356,000. Now, Tesla is to recall more than 465,000 cars in the U.S., according to documents filed by the U.S. safety regulator. The electric vehicle firm announced it was recalling 356,309 vehicles because of potential rear-view camera issues affecting the 2017 to 2020 Model 3 Teslas. A further 119,009 model vehicles will also be recalled because of its potential problems with the front trunk or the boots. The total recall figure is almost equivalent to the 500,000 Tesla cars delivered last year. Up next is entertainment news. And Arnold Schwarzenegger is now officially divorced from Maria Shriver over 10 years after the couple separated in 2011. The couple separated in 2011 when Shriver filed for divorce after Schwarzenegger allegedly cheated with the family's nanny. The former governor of California cheated with Mildred Biner in 1997, who he allegedly had a son with. Shriver cited irreconcilable reasons as the reason she filed for divorce, which took so long to dissolve due to the couple's many assets that required diplomatic dividing among both parties. The actor admitted that he told his wife about his infidelity when questioned after she filed for divorce in 2011 to resolve their 25-year-old marriage that had produced 4 children. Still staying on entertainment, a set of first edition copies of the Lord of the Rings book that was stolen from a charity shop have been returned. St. Richard's Hospice in Worcester had reported the theft to the police after the books were taken on the 19th of December. In a post on social media, it said they had not returned to its store on St. Sweden streets. It thanked people for sharing information about the theft and ensuring they were returned. The copies of the Fellowship of the Ring, the Two Towers, and the Return of the King had been kept in the locked cabinet at the store. Following their theft, the charity had said it was saddened as they could have raised a substantial amount towards the hospice care work. Coming up now is sports news.
Is the match they play with Chelsea.
The best match I've ever watched this season is Manchester United against Newcastle.
It was a match that we played with Man City. That's the final match. It was a spectacular match.
My guy Lionel Messi on his 7th Ballon d'Or, and Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley on that, that KO, that knockout, bro.
It's Chelsea against Man City, because if you view out what happened that day, Man City was the favorite, which everybody knows, and even the sporting people giving them more hope than Chelsea, believing that they are the favorite, but it turned around other way. But that is football for you.
And that wraps up news now for the year 2021. Do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates and other educating contents. My name is Mary Chinda. Do have yourself a happy new year.
You're watching iBrandTV 247.
Daddy coronavirus. Daddy Big Bear.
What again, this woman?
Daddy Big Bear.
What is it again?
Where are you going to? It's not to go and find though. I want to make my hair. Not just my hair. You still give me money so that I will make soup.
Hey, wait. Just take a look at yourself.
Anything you like, you tell me, Daddy Big Bear.
For the past 2 months now, they've not paid my salary.
Ha, Daddy Big Bear.
You have been eating my food.
God made you the head and not the toe. So you have to work. You have to be useful.
This same lockdown, you requested for an iPhone. In fact, bring the phone, let me go and sell it. I'm tired.
You are merely doing your job. Of what
tired.
use will you be if you can't provide me the necessary things I need in life?
Okay, pandemic is outside there. Everybody are managing. It's only you that you don't take Gary. You cannot because you don't take Eba. You want to kill me?
I can never get to poverty level. Daddy Big Bear, you will give me money to make my hair. All these ones you are talking. You will give me money to make my hair because I don't take nonsense from you.
I hope I will not.
Your stinginess is too much. You will die. It's better you die. Let me
give me the iPhone. I still have the receipt here. I'll go and sell it.
Daddy Big Bear.
Hey.
You will give me money for
And you know my weak point, oh. We'll see where I got put the phone.
Let be your weak point. You will give me Money for
They remove this thing before we cause another trouble
you are
inside.
shameless, so you are shameless. You are shameless. Your mates are providing for their family. The last time I saw our neighbor, her husband ordered meat online. Your own, you'll be telling me to manage things 3 weeks.
Oh, you will go to market next tomorrow.
If your ancestors are stingy, must you continue with your lineage?
Hey! This one.
You will give me the money that you didn't pay. If not, I will tear you. You will give me that money. What are you saying?
Hey.
You will give me the money before you go anywhere. Don't try me.
Okay.
You are not ready. No problem.
No problem.
No, wait. Okay. Hello? Is this NCDC? Ah. I'm calling, you say, you people told us, stay safe, stay home. And if we know symbols like signs, coughing,
Why are you
sneezing.
calling NCDC then?
Sir. I'm being scared.
Give me that phone.
My
Hey! This woman don't kill me finally. Which kind of woman is this?
You should not spread the virus. I don't want to die, please.
Why did you call NCDC
It's
now?
better you go to NCDC so that I'm your next of kin. I'll be controlling your account.
Oh. So that is your plan on this one?
That will be the one you never see
No,
anything.
don't worry. This is my ATM. Withdraw as
Is this one? This is your savings account, Abi?
Any what? Just I don't. I'm
You are
tired
still
of you.
giving me savings account. Wait. Lagos State government. You said I should call you people. My husband has coronavirus. You had better give me you know the card I'm asking for. Give me that card.
If you finish it now,
Hold on.
I will give you.
Hold on,
I will give you.
I'm checking.
I will give you.
You said coffee, sneezing.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I will not die like this. Hey!
So your stinginess that followed you from your generation brought you into this house. You never see anything. Me, I will not call SCDC.
Why did?
If I call SCDC or Lagos State government, I'll kill myself by myself.
My-
I want you to be going to.
I beg, give me my savings too. My savings card.
You die here if you try me.
My savings
I will call
My
SCDC.
savings card, oh! My savings card, oh!